こんにちは、ポテトです。今日は皆さんに私の勉強ルーティンを見せたいと思います。では、始めましょう。Hi friend, Potato here. When it comes to language study, I do spend the most time on Japanese. I try my best to study every day as well as to use a variety of resources. I've been learning Japanese for about 2.5 years and I aced my N4 exam last summer. So I'm around N3 level right now. Today I wanted to share with you my weekly study routine. Let's begin. To be honest, every week is quite different as I try to focus on many different aspects of language learning. However, every day starts the same. First, I need to choose my study buddy. Secondly, I open up my bingo page. I create a new bingo spread every week and I put different study options in there. Grammar, vocabulary, kanji. Sometimes the whole bingo is filled with just the immersion activities and so on. In the morning, I have a look at what awaits me and choose a few things that I think I want to do. Today, I have an Italki lesson with a new teacher, so I think it would be a good idea to start the day by reviewing my previous lessons. I scan through our conversation and add all the vocabularies that I would like to know into my Canva document, so I can make flashcards afterwards. Review the flashcards daily. On Mondays, I review the flashcards from the previous week and decide which ones I know well enough to put away and which ones I will keep using in the coming week. I feel quite calm today, so we might as well make some flashcards together. Print, 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 cut, 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 and then glue, glue. I have to admit, it is quite time-consuming task to make these flashcards. I used to use Quizlet for my flashcards last year, but I decided to switch to the physical cards as there is something about a physical product that makes me want to use it more, and I feel like I memorize and learn faster and better with it. Anyways, I do keep going through the same set of flashcards over and over again throughout the day until I feel comfortable with all of them. Okay, I just finished my lesson with a new teacher. It was kind of fun, kind of nerve-wracking to be honest, slightly awkward I would say, but that might have been the coffee that gave me a little anxiety to be honest. After the lesson, I like to again add the vocabulary to my Canva list. My regular teacher with who I have 2-hour lesson every week is finally coming back tomorrow from a 3-week holiday in Japan and I'm super excited. So I'm preparing for the lesson by reviewing the questions I have for her as well as doing some creative writing. I like to put it through ChatGPT beforehand to see if it can make better suggestions. I don't consider it cheating or lazy as it is a convenient way to correct little mistakes and not waste my lesson time. I do keep the parts I'm unsure about and which I would like my teacher to explain to me. As the day is coming to an end, I'm writing down definitions and notes on my flashcards. I think today has been quite productive for me, so I shall reward myself with unlimited episodes of Black Clover. I recently started watching it. I watch it in Japanese without subtitles, so technically I'm learning Japanese. I'm probably missing out some parts and vocabulary, but I guess it's a part of learning. I'm starting today quite flashily by jumping right into flashcard review. I felt quite confident about yesterday's deck, so I'm adding 20 more flashcards. I learned all the words with Kanji right away, as I'm not chasing JLPT and free exam yet, and I will eventually have to learn every word with Kanji anyways, since my goal is to be somewhat fluent, so might as well do it from the beginning. Plan for the day is to review the potential form, have a 2-hour lesson, and prep for Wednesday's Italki session. I reward myself with a cute sticker even before I start studying because showing up is important. And then I browse the internet for the best potential form explanations. I summarize everything on a sticker that I will put on my laptop later, that way I can remember how to use it during my lesson and practice it. I also like to find an online exercise to make sure I got everything correct. The 2-hour lesson was very productive as I got all of my questions answered. I meet with this teacher every week for 2 hours and we rarely discuss new grammar or any new material. I spend a lot of time studying by myself, and it is important for me to have a person who can explain some nuances within the vocabulary and help me sound more natural, or make sure I got the grammar that I learned myself. Basically, I come up with dozens of questions throughout the week and we discuss them in the lesson. I feel quite tired today, so I don't think I'll be able to prep for tomorrow's lesson, but it's okay. Life is full of ups and downs, and me watching Black Clover no matter what. Unfortunately, there is no more sun today. The plan is to prep for the upcoming Italki lesson, review the passive form, and to have the lesson. But first, let me warm up my brain with flashcards review. Yesterday's cards were a bit challenging, so I don't think I'm adding a new deck today. You know the drill, I've got to give myself a nice sticker before I start. Yesterday's handwriting was a bit awful, but so is today's, but I think it might be because I'm using a ball pen and writing quite big letters. I write down everything I want to remember about the passive form, as well as transfer some notes to a sticker that I attach to my laptop screen. I'm just flipping once again through the flashcards before I start prepping for the lesson. I usually think of a topic I would like to discuss with my teachers and then work with ChatGPT. This week I wanted to talk about beauty standards and expectations in different cultures. I asked Chat to write me a quick text about the topic in Japanese and then translate it into English. I then look through it to find any words that I don't know, but I would like to know. I also asked Chat to make up some questions about the topic so we could use them during the lesson. I add the vocabulary into my Canva doc for later and on a sticker so I can refer to it during the lesson. And I'm ready for the lesson. I think I've done quite a bit already today, but I still have a bit of energy left, so I think I might do some vocabulary work. I use N3 Tango book to get familiar with N3 vocabulary. I really like it. The N4 level book really helped me when I was prepping for my GLPT exam last year. I read all the words and then sentences. I add new words into my Canva, obviously, and I shade the square red next to the words I already know. I return to the same list after a few weeks to review it. Sun seems to be back, so I'm ready to conquer the grammar today. I also want to finish chapter 3 of N3 Tango book that I started yesterday and maybe do something else. By the way, have you noticed that I already got a bingo yesterday? What a week. I use Try and Free to learn grammar right now. I like to start by quickly reviewing what I've done the last time and highlight everything from vocabulary to grammar that I don't know or feel not 100% comfortable with. I then go through the new grammar points and do all the exercises. I like to choose 1 or 2 grammar points to put on a sticker so I can try my best to use them next time I have an Italki lesson, and that's pretty much how I memorize the new grammar. By the way, I really hate learning grammar. Grammar is done, so I'm going to go through this week's flashcards and I'm adding 20 more new ones. The deck is getting kind of thick already. It is quite late now, so I'm going to finish the vocabulary book so I can put it away until the next week. Since I'm full of energy today, I think I'm going to read a chapter of Spy Family. This is my go-to manga right now. I slowly read through it and add new words into my Canva. I do not add every single word, as some of them are quite specific and I doubt I will ever use them, but I really love this type of immersion. The day is over and look at it, I got another bingo. Going really strong this week. TGIF, today's study buddy is Usop, and I'm going to start the day with an Italki lesson. Ugh, the lesson gave me a bit of a headache, so I don't feel very motivated right now. I added 20 more cards to my stack, although I don't feel too good about it. To be honest, I've been having a headache all day today, so I decided to maybe do something easy like Kanji. I use Kanji Master and Free right now. I do not recommend this book to anyone trying to learn Kanji, as it does not have translation or explanation. It also uses extremely random words as examples. Like, one of the sentences was something like, "Please round up the numbers to the nearest decimal." Why would I ever need to know this? Good morning! So I'm looking at the bingo now and I have 3 already. So should I do a perfect week? Can I get a perfect bingo? A mega bingo? I'm starting with Kanji Master today. I don't know if you noticed, but I don't know how to write kanji. I used to spend a lot of time on it last year, but since this year I stopped. I actually don't know in what situation I would need to know how to write a kanji, so I just focus on pronunciation and visual recognition. I'm also doing listening and 5 practice today. I like this channel, GLPT Japanese on YouTube. They have great listening practices for all levels. I usually start my Sundays by watching One Piece, in Japanese without subtitles. I printed 4 more pages of flashcards yesterday, so I decided to put them together while I watch. Today I need to finish chapter 2 of Try and Free book and do 30-minute listening and 4 practice to get the mega bingo. Starting with the grammar today, I again highlight everything that I want to review later or check online. Tomorrow I will choose a few more points from this chapter to use during my Italki sessions. I am finally finishing the bingo of today with listening. To be honest, I really do not enjoy these practices as they take so much time and they are boring and require a lot of concentration, to be honest. That was quite a week, to be honest. I'm probably going to focus on immersion mostly next week, but we will see. Thank you for sticking with me until the very end. Please leave a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments how many hours do you spend on studying your target language every week.